some Burger King Zombies Christmas. I know it's not Christmas, but shit, it's still fun to do. But either way, in this video we're going to be talking about the PlayStation 5 and the new price point, a placeholder that you're going to be paying out when pre-ordering the PlayStation 5. Now, it's unconfirmed whether the US is going to be this price, but in Sweden, it is confirmed that it's going to be the price of $1,050. Now, for me personally, I feel that this is completely a rip-off for a console that's really going to be underpowered because AMD has even stated themselves legitimately that the AMZ Zen 2 that Sony is going to be putting in their console it's underpowered and is not powerful as everyone they make it seem. Now, yes, into X-Ray it's going to be much more powerful than the PlayStation 4, about 10 times better, but it's not going to make it much more efficient. If you really look at it this way, if you're going to be buying a console which costs about $1,000, you expect a lot out of that console. It means also coming from the developer side, because as well the developers are paying a lot of money to put a lot of stuff into games. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy the PlayStation 5, but I do want to say that be smart and don't play in Sony's stupidity and just pay for $1,000 to pre-order a console, which is already underpowered than a PC and any other console. Now, I'm not gonna say, guys, oh, this is gonna be a bad thing. I'm just saying that a lot of people are not gonna be willing to be comfortable of paying for $1,000 to spend $1,000 on a console. People would rather spend $1,000 on a phone than a console because they see it as more of a value than a console. And that's, to be honest, I'm speaking out of the facts, not by my opinion, but in this, there was an article that was posted by MediaTek. I don't know if it's MediaTek or anything like that, but simply they were discussing about whether that the PS5 was live to pre-order, but it wasn't going to be like something that you used to like $400, $600. It's going to be $1,000 and $1,500, which is technically a lot of money. Personally, for me speaking, I'm not going to go ahead and fork out a lot of money to go and purchase a console, which I can just use that same amount of money to buy a actual PC, which I could do pretty much more than a console. Um, so yeah, I'm not gonna spend money on a console. I'm not gonna spend money on a console that is gonna last me less than 7 years, and is most guaranteed is gonna be more underpowered than an actual PC. Now, you see this game right here? I'm playing Black Ops 3 on the PC. I'm not playing Black Ops 3 on the PS4 because I actually find it boring. I don't know why I find it boring, but I find it boring. And personally, I love the PC. I love playing a PC. I love playing. I played it. I love playing on various platforms, but PC is my personal favorite because I can do things like this. If I could be able to modify my game and being able to openly be open to games such as Call of Duty, Battlefield, then I'm really only going to go for it. But personally speaking, I am not going to go ahead and I'm going to go and, you know, buy a console for $1,000 when I can buy a PC for cheaper than that and for that price. Just not really worth it. So if you're going to be going ahead and pre-ordering a PlayStation 5, I would suggest using that money to instead of buying a PS4, and I know that it's pre-built, but I'd rather you go ahead and pay for a PC or pre-built PC for that price range, and be happy. You'll be happy because you can be able to buy games and do other things like emulate old games like Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, etc., and be happy without having to be restricted by what Sony wants you to play. I understand that a lot of people love play the PlayStation, but if you really look at it and money and financial wise, $1,000 or over isn't isn't the best price point for 4K gaming. You can get 4K gaming on a PC for less than $1,000, and definitely have the games that you used to play on the PlayStation anyways, for a better price. Yeah, guess who beats that? Plus, not only that, everything's upgradable. So if you want to upgrade your rig, you could upgrade your rig. But $1,550 isn't enough to want me to go pay for it. And I don't think a lot of people would want to fork over, especially a parent. If you're a parent watching this, don't spend $1,000 on a console that you can buy a PC for. If you're gonna go and give your child a gaming console to be able to play games on, rather spend your money on a better price and spend your money on a console on a PC than an actual console. And I'm gonna explain to you why. If you pay for a console, you're most likely gonna have to repay for another different console for in the next seven to ten years. Who knows? It really depends. It really depends on each person. But if you really want to spend less and save a couple of bucks, then I would highly suggest go for a PC. You're most likely guaranteed to go and enjoy your time playing a PC than playing a console. And to be honest, I'm gonna explain to you out of experience. I played a lot of the games on PS4, and I played a lot of games on PS5. If you take it on PS3, how much experience I am in with the PS3, I own over 800 games. That's like almost not that's not like half of the library, but that's like almost half, and that's a lot of games. That's a lot of games. The money I spent on. I don't know how much this money I spent on on games itself, but I can tell you I spent a lot of money on video games, and it's really not worth their money. I would suggest just either paying real money for a PC. And I understand that I'm complaining about it, and I know that a lot of people are like, "Why are you complaining about it? It's just $1,000." Well, for you it may be simple because you're a kid, or simply because you have the money. But to those people, those who are in the middle class, and cannot afford it, well, can't afford it. Most people wouldn't say they're middle class, but you're spending over $1,000 to buy for something that you're gonna have to pay monthly bills on, and most likely your kid's gonna break. So think about that. Would you rather have your kid being able to you can just pay for something once, not pay for it again, and just all you gotta do is upgrade, which costs you less than actually buying, a whole full console? Or would you rather have them buy one console and then having to upgrade every 7 years, and maybe not less, because by the time the console becomes obsolete, PlayStation Network is not going to exist anymore, and when it doesn't exist, Sony's going to be moved on with something way better than the PlayStation. And hey, I really can't tell you anything more than what I can tell you. But 1,050, 1,000. Let me show me, guys, what you think. Will you be willing to fork over $1,000 of your hard-earned cash for a console which is underpowered already? Even if it's 4K 60 FPS, yeah, it goes that way, but it's not. You're not getting true 4K FPS. Just like they said about the 1080p. Are you gonna get true 1080p? No, you're not gonna get true 1080p with a PS4. Neither are you gonna get the true 4K resolution with the PS5. You're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get 60 frames per second. Even if they tell you there's a possibility that, yeah, you might get 60 frames per second, but you're not gonna get the true 4K resolution as you think. It's called upscaling, and that's what companies use to be able to immerse you into it. But it's not true 140K because it doesn't render; it upscales it. So take that as a grain of salt. I'm not saying that this is going to be forever, but I'm definitely telling you that this place order can be worse in the U.S. Right now, it's only 1,050 in Sweden, but wait until they release their pre-orders for the U.S. and see how much the price is. I know $1,000 seems much for a high-end console, but in my eyes, I don't see it that way. And I'm sorry if you guys don't agree with me, but nobody's gonna fork over $1,000 for a console that is probably gonna be dead or not live for very long.
Merry Christmas.
But it just seems to me that yeah, they're forking a lot of hardware in there, but nobody's gonna pay $1,000. And if they do, they're either rich or they have the money. most kids, I think that if I was if my son was still here, what I would do if my son wanted a console like that, I would say hell no. I'm gonna buy you a PC. You know why? Because a PC is much more better. It's much more powerful than the PS5, and it will always be powerful than the PS5. And you can do much more with it. And we don't have to buy games. You can just pirate the games if you want to. You know, it's just why would you want to invest your whole entire money on on a console that's not going to last you very long? And launch consoles, oh my God, you're going to be spending $1,000 for a launch console, which is even worse because remember when the PS5 came out, when the PS4 came out. Oh my God, this guy. Remember when the PS4 came out? People's PS4 started shutting down. They wouldn't boot or anything. It's basically like that. And to be honest, it's not really worth it buying the launch version of the console. I mean, I will probably get it. I'll get it just how I wanted to get it if the price goes lower, but I'm not gonna go get it immediately because it's all a new thing and most of my friends are moving to the PS5, and I think that's actually a great thing because majority of the hackers who are using Jitter mods are going to be moving to the PS5 anyways. So it's more beneficial for me because I can be able to enjoy Call of Duty without having those assholes in the way. You know, if you get my drift. But either way, that's pretty much how I feel about it. And if you would let me know what you guys agree. If you guys don't want to spend $1,000, let Sony know by switching your voice and telling them, hey, we don't want a console for $1,000. It's way too much, and nobody's gonna buy it. I mean, if people buy it, it's only rich people who can afford it can buy it, and people who can't, well, they're being thrown under the bus by the company that basically they're being thrown under the bus because they're the ones that actually made Sony possible. You know, and they're just focusing their time more on people who can afford it. And I'm sorry to say that, but you know, it's hard to say goodbye just to a company who you've been with since you were a kid. You know, and it just feels so sad.
Merry Christmas.
Wow. But either way, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know I talked too much and some of it didn't make sense. But hey, the point was is that I got my voice across and I spoke what I wanted to tell you guys. So that's how I feel about it, about the situation. And yeah, that's how I feel. But otherwise, if you guys did enjoy, please drop a like if you guys did enjoy. And if you guys agree with me, drop a like. If you guys don't, then as well hit that subscribe button. And as well, you know what to do if you don't like this video. But either way, I hope you guys are having a great, wonderful weekend. And had a great, wonderful weekend and a wonderful week. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.